In North Korea, when you go up to a door, it will say, does not open from inside. And then you have to go around and kill a bunch of things and find a way to open it. In North Korea, the secret police will paint the image of a tunnel on the side of a mountain, and they tell people to run into the tunnel as fast as they can. I'm so happy. I was one of the first to just call out this grifter, and I'm glad that like Twitter picked up on it and are now ripping into her over and over again, because oh my God, dude, it's been for so long. She has just been lying about shit, including this. Yeonmi, in North Korea, parents cannot feed their children. We give them mud. In Turkey, they banned porn. So when I was younger, I drew some titties and then I jerked off on it. Except mine is real. My story is real. Hers is not.
Hassan's editor work camp for 3 weeks. So if you say Hassan's big mansion is bad, you have to iron his Gucci shirt for 6 months. And if you ruin one of his shirts, you have to pick up Kaya poop for 1 year.
Love that, dude. I love that so much. He had to iron his Gucci shirt for 6 months. God, I remember when people used to pearl clutch over making fun of her, like literally always saying you can't say she's lying because it's so sad when it's clear she's just doing story time. Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes. Like, I'm sure. Here, I did a video on it recently again. Like, I covered it like a year ago, a year and a half ago or whatever. And then I did a video on it recently where I'm like, people were mad at me. One of the earliest lies was when she said trains run out of power in DPRK. Yeah. Listen, you know what it was? First of all, North Korea is bad. Of course it's bad for a multitude of different reasons, a lot of which is related back to America and American imperialism. Okay. But like the notion that anything that she says should be taken super seriously is silly. You know what happened? You know how I found out that she was definitely a grifter? I remember the first time I ever saw anything from her. It was when she literally said Colombia, like the school in New York, was identical to North Korea. Okay? Like woke culture in Colombia is identical to North Korea. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, dude. Oh, hell yeah, dude. This is what she's doing. This one was crazy.
The regime cannot have a fertilizer. They don't even have the technology to have a fertilizer. So they demand us to bring the poop. And as a kids, you go to school, the teachers beat you and then go home and look for poop. So I would go on the streets and looking if anywhere like a dog pooped or somewhere. Of course, like all those dogs are poops gone. So finding a poop, and when you don't eat much, you don't poop like in North Korea like a few times a month. It's
Really?
very precious thing. Yeah, of course.
She's so good. Oh, dude, she's overactive imagination. Yeah, Yeonmi Park is basically a project to see how much Americans will believe. Okay, when it's like, you know, when it's something about like America's foreign enemies. Yeonmi Wilden. In North Korea, parents cannot feed their children. Kim Jong-un paints grocery stores on the sides of mountains, but when you get there, it's not a real store. So you run into the mountain and it makes a boing, going, going noise and it hurts very bad. My girlfriend believes everything that woman says. Yeah, because again, it is accompanied with like multiple billions of dollars worth of like NGOs and, you know, CIA and State Department backed think tanks and the media saying that, you know, North Korea is insane. It's a nation of like craziness.
They said that math is racist. And this is the very first lesson that I learned in North Korean classroom. My teacher asked me one day, what is 1 + 1? I said 2, and she said wrong. Because my dear leader discovered at a young age, adding 1 drop of water to another drop of water, it becomes bigger one.
So
It doesn't become 2.
I don't understand, like,
Person dedicated in North Korea to find a way to make him. There's more than 10,000 doctors dedicated in North
wait, I gotta address the other one, the other take. How did she know 1 + 1 includes 2 then? It equals 2 then? You know what I mean? If North Korea, they're not teaching you any of this shit, how does she know? How does she know?
Korea to find a way to make Kims live forever. So in this study, they need a lot of inmates. So they take them and...
It's always like her just spitting. Here's the video of you reacting to her in 2021. Anyway, let's watch North Korean defector comparing Ivy League campuses to living under the Kim Jong-un regime. The Western media. Let me tell you, I remember exactly what happened here, okay? I covered this and immediately it devolved into like a bunch of smarmy little dickhead neoliberals in the chat. First encountering first encountering someone who's telling them like, no, North Korea is like, yeah, obviously a shitty place to live, but like we're mostly at fault for that. And also on top of that, like, you know, what she's saying is a whole lot of insane lies. And then every single person was like, how dare you say that? You asshole. North Korea is the worst place on the planet exclusively because of Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un. Yo, pro North Korea simp, says Stu Pickle 64. Let's see what Stu Pickle 64 is up to. Sleepy Joe, Copium, Puggo, you. 2/18/2022, gone. Left. Kim Jong-un came and killed him. Do you consider that she's hot? Yes, I have. It's a big part of her propaganda. Don't underestimate the stupidity of the Fox News. Blaming North Korea on USA is actually dumb. North Korea invaded first. North invaded first, and the Chinese and Soviets aided them. Basic history. Yeah, no, totally. It was actually the Chinese and Soviets that bombed 90% of North Korea. It was the Chinese and Soviets that actually created the parallel that became North Korea. It was the Chinese and Soviets that also put North Korea under an embargo for literally the entirety of its existence. Like, that's basic history, but I guess you forgot about all of that part. Remember when South Korea was a military dictatorship? It was so crazy that the Soviets did that. Remember when South Korean life expectancy was worse than the North because of the Soviet era control over South Korea? Oh wait, that did not happen. Motherfuckers, America bombed North Korea. Not just America, bro. Milli Haba girl, I don't know if you're like Turkish or not, but it wasn't just America that bombed North Korea. It was Turkey that bombed North Korea too. Don't make me bring this out. I know better than you. After all, look at my hat.
That Americans were bastards. It was actually the one word. At school when I was attending, they told me, actually it was just math problem saying there are 4 American bastards. You killed 2 of them. Then how many American bastards left to kill? And
What? Dude, yo, North Korea is so... I don't even know if this is real or not, but I want it to be real. That's hilarious, dude. She said we learned a math problem where there were 4 American bastards. If you killed 2, how many American bastards? It's probably real. No shot, dude. That's true, by the way. Several other defectors have said that. There is a robust economy for North Korean defectors that literally... I'm not saying that, like, existence in North Korea is sweet, okay? It's not. It is absolutely not. There is also an entire economy that revolves around North Korean defectors that, like, literally are just like, North Korea is a land where they shoot you and murder you for looking in the wrong direction, like, and they're constantly teaching children like Americans are bastards, which we are. Let's be real. Oh, and then my other favorite, whenever I talk about DPRK, is like the weird leftists that are like, dude, North Korea is like the only Marxist-Leninist institution on the planet, and like, you're a piece of shit. They're eating hamburgers every day there. Okay? It's like, no, that's not true either. You're a weirdo. Shut the up. Like, go live there if you think it's so sick. It's not. It's not sick. There's a reason for it. It's not Marxist-Leninist either. Okay? Every time I talk about Korea, this is what the conversation devolves into. On the one hand, I tried linking this thread about defectors last time you watched Yeonmi. Yeah, even other defectors, by the way, have literally shit on Yeonmi Parks, okay? I don't know if it's because of jealousy, because they're like, damn, she's really caked up now. It's bullshit. Or if it's because, like, she is taking it that far where she's like, yo, you're up for the rest of us. Like, what are you doing? The DPRK is not as bad as the West portrays, but it's not a Jewish paradise either. Yes, it is probably, other than, like, America's allies, like Saudi Arabia, one of the closest forms of, like, governmental organization that is most similar to like a monotheistic religious monarchy, okay? A theocratic, not monotheistic, a theocratic monarchy. Jusha more closely resembles a theocratic monarchy than it does any kind of like Marxist-Leninist formation, okay? That's it. It's true. However, having said all of that, it doesn't mean that we should be able to starve them out and it over. You know what I mean? Why do internet Marxists always defend modern dictatorships? Because they do not understand. Because most people on the internet have not actually done any kind of meaningful reading and have just looked at memes, okay? So because they've looked at memes, they don't know what critical support means. They think critical support means uncritical support, okay? Like, Critical support for victims of Western imperialism does not mean that you don't criticize them and that you give them like critical help. It means criticize them understandably, but also recognize with where they place within the dialectics, like why they are in the place that they are, what their current material conditions are, what their history looks like, what the previous formation of government looked like before, and how they got to the place that it got to. Okay?